Hi, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to do some food prep and some cleaning. And then, well, I didn't think that was going to happen. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're here. Today I'm just pedaling around doing a few things and just making the most out of a Saturday. I'll show you some of the food prep I did. This is one of the things that I food prepped. I had some broccoli that needed to be cooked. I had some leftover rotisserie chicken that was in my freezer that had been there too long. I just needed to get it out. I also had some cheese, and then obviously I have rice on hand, so I keep rice, but I made the one and only chicken and broccoli and rice casserole. And then these are some breadcrumbs with butter on top. And then what I'm going to do with these is portion them out into these silicone freezer things. So this is 1 cup servings. And so I'll put some of that into here. I've got 2 of them, and then I will stick them in the freezer. Once they're frozen, they just pop right out. And I put them in a Ziploc bag, and when I need something quick, or maybe I don't have any leftovers for lunch to take to work, I'll just pop one of these out, and by the time it's lunchtime, it's thawed out and ready for me to eat. So I do a lot of these kind of Lego things so that I'm not having to cook every day. I love to cook, but some days you just don't feel like cooking. I had a few comments on one of my videos asking me, why don't I just get a full-size vacuum cleaner to save my back? Well, I don't live in a full-size place. I live in a tiny home. So things just kind of have to be tiny, and right now it doesn't hurt my back, and so when it does become an issue, then we'll tackle that then. So I like to make a batch of cookie dough from scratch. There's something oddly comforting about that. The soft butter, the sugar, the chocolate chips that are scattered on the counter. It feels less like baking and more like slowing down for just a little while. I roll each piece of dough into little balls and line them up on my cutting board, knowing that I'm making little balls of comfort for a future Melissa. Then into the freezer they go to freeze individually, and once they have, then I'll put them in a Ziploc bag for later. Time to enjoy my cookie. So it's time to take the cookie dough out of the freezer and the chicken broccoli rice casserole out of the freezer, and I'll show you guys how they look coming out of those silicone thingies. Okay. Off camera yesterday, I also had some tomatoes that needed to be cooked up. Some fresh cherry tomatoes. So I stuck them in a pan, roasted them, created a little tomato sauce, and then I added in some artichoke lemon pesto that I had and made a sauce. Had half a bag of some noodles, so I cooked the noodles, combined everything, and made a little pasta dinner out of all that, and froze it. That's what that looks like. So what I'm going to do is I have a gallon bag. And it just pops right out. Living alone taught me that food prepping isn't just about saving time. It's about making life feel a little easier. There's something peaceful about opening the fridge and freezer and already knowing you took care of yourself ahead of time. No stress, no wasting food, no standing in the kitchen, trying to figure out dinner. Just meals ready for the busy days, even the lazy days, and the nights when you need comfort without the effort. It's a simple kind of self-care, but it makes living alone feel a lot less lonely. And this is the chicken broccoli rice that you and I put in these containers yesterday. So I have a half-gallon bag here. Let's open these up. Perfect. My perfect. You might make your iced coffee different than me, but I make my iced coffee for me. So, it's perfect. Let's see what we can get into today. Well, I didn't think that was going to happen. Sometimes the problem with being an animal lover is you fall in love with every one of them. Well, one of the houseless cats that I took care of since I moved here 7 months ago. His name was Larry. You might have seen him. He was white with blue eyes and a heart on his nose. And he knew that my place was a safe place. So I opened my door, found him laying where he usually lays. But he wasn't the same. He has labored breathing, and he meowed to me more like I don't know how to explain it. So I scooped him up into my arms, sat down in my chair outside, and told him how good of a kitty he was, how much I loved him, thanked him for being my friend. Petted him, told him it was going to be okay, and sat with him. And if you're not a true animal lover, then you won't understand the grief